Thanks for checking out Mania. Today I have a super cool two-part tip for you that's going to revolutionize how you use a MIDI controller like this little bugger here and your Headrush Core Prime or Flex Prime. This video will show you how you can do two really cool things. Activate your overdrive in every rig with the same button, one button, and how you can avoid that long pressing to change modes by activating another single button to do that for you. This tip comes to us today from a fellow head rusher named Connor Rafferty, who posted this idea in a Facebook group, and I saw it. I said, dude, we have to make that video. Connor Rafferty, thank you so much for your great ideas. Let's get rolling and show you how to make your head rush even better. This video is part of my head rush community tips and tricks videos, which I have made because of you. You guys have given me the ideas, and all I've done is turn them into videos. So thank you. What I find so genius about this is that Connor's idea enables us to set one foot switch to control the same effect through all our rigs. You can do this with any effect, but we're going to use it for the overdrive because that seems like the most commonly switched off and on feature. Hey, if you're new to the Headrush Core, Prime, or Flex Prime, then check out my playlist here for beginners. We'll start with how to make a rig all the way up to some more advanced settings like using scenes. This is how you do it. You simply place your overdrive in the same block position of every rig that you want to use this feature on, and then you program one of these foot switches to turn that block off and on. Okay, heads up. This is not a how-to MIDI video. This is a video for people who already know how to use MIDI with their unit. If you don't know how to do that yet, and you want to understand how to better use the M-Wave Chocolate 4-button MIDI controller, then check out my video here. That will show you how to connect and how to program it. Today, we're going to do a little bit more advanced programming that you'll need to understand before moving forward. The first step is to add the overdrive to the specific block you want to control. Let's take a look at my rig on the desktop editor. As we look at my rig here, I'm using the straight signal path, which goes right through here like a snake. Block number 1 starts here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, all the way up to 14. Now, when you're using any one of these other signal paths, you'll have to figure out what these numbers are up here. I don't know that offhand, but you basically need to know the number of the block. Right now, we'll go back to my simple straight path, and my distortion is right here on block 2, and my overdrive is on block 3. I'm going to control this black ops distortion with the setup we're going to do today. Now let's work on the MIDI settings to make this function work. As a reminder, you'll need a few things to move forward the next step. You'll need the MIDI commands menu that comes with your unit. You can print this off the Headrush Effects website. For me, it's a 2-page document for the Headrush Core. There's a ton of MIDI commands. You need to know what these are in order to program your foot switch. You'll also need to remind yourself of how to program this little puppy because it can be a little confusing. Check out my link below for the video I mentioned earlier to help remind you how to program this little puppy because it's a little confusing sometimes. All right, now I am using an Android phone for this. You can do this on iOS. You'll need the app that relates to the M-Wave Chocolate, and it's called Cube Suite, or for Android, they left off the E at the end, it's Cube Suite. First thing you need to do is open your settings, go to Bluetooth, and find the foot control. You'll see the little foot control right there. Click on that, and it'll connect by Bluetooth to your unit as long as it's already turned on. Once you're done with that, go out of there and open the Cube Suite or Cube Suite app. I should come up to this right here at the beginning. Let's scan for it. Once it finds it, you'll see it right there. Click on it. It'll say connecting. Now, there's all kind of different modes you can use. We're going to use Advanced Custom Mode. I'm going to choose Foot Switch A to control my distortion. Now we have to press the plus button, and we're going to click on that bar there, and you'll see it says channel 1 because I'm sending MIDI signals to my unit on channel 1. The next line down says type. Press on CC, which is control change. In the first data line, you need to add the MIDI command to control the block you want to control. And in my case, it's number 76. And then data 2 will be the number 127. That tells the MIDI to turn off or on the switch. We click save, and there it goes. All right, it's saved in here. It's saved on my controller. Now all I have to do is connect it to the Headrush Core and test to see if it works. If you watched my video on using the MIDI controller with my unit, you notice that I forgot to show the cable to connect it to the Headrush Core. You may need a different cable for the Flex Prime. I'm pretty sure the Prime and the Headrush Core use the same cable. It's this one right here. It's got USB-A on one side, USB-C on the other. I'll have a link below. I'll have other links below to some more videos that might be helpful and products that I've used in these videos. All right, we're all plugged in. Let's see if it works. Check out right there, that block is not on. I'm going to press the first foot switch on the chocolate and it turned on. See that? Press it again and it turned off. Pretty sweet. On, off, on, off. All right, pretty easy, right? Super cool. Just a reminder, you want to make sure that that distortion or overdrive or whatever effect you're controlling is in the same block in every rig. Same block number. For me, it would have to be block number 2. Every rig that I'm going to use this on, I need my specific effect in block 2. Now that we've mastered that cool technique, let's up our game one more level. We're going to utilize Connor's advanced idea for bypassing long pressing to switch modes on your Headrush unit. Now looking at my Headrush unit, you'll notice that foot switch number 2 says mode on the bottom, and that's only activated by long pressing. That lets me change the operational mode of the entire unit. So if I press and hold that, then I get the option across the bottom of Stomp, 5-rig, 3-rig, hybrid, or set list. That lower menu is what you can operate by using another long press on each individual switch. We're not doing that. This is where Connor takes it next level, especially helpful for live performances. We're going to program one MIDI foot switch to turn on Stomp Mode and another one to turn on Rig Mode. So you can switch between rigs quickly and then get back to Stomp Mode with just a press of a foot switch. All we need to do is program in the settings to the MIDI controller and we'll be on our way. Let's take a look at the Cube Suite app. I'm going to use C and D foot switches to activate these two different modes. So I'm in foot switch C now. We're using the single step, single bank information mode. Click on add right there. We want to change this to CC. And the first thing we want to put here is the number 94. And then 127 is just a positive number that tells it we want to turn that feature on. Click save. Now let's go back and go to foot switch D this time. What we're going to do, we're just going to change this mode back here to single step again. Bank A, click on that, turn on CC. We're now going to choose 98 in the first data box and 127 in the next one. That's all there is to it. Just a reminder, the way this MIDI controller works, whatever mode you are in on the app that you last used before shutting down the app is the mode your foot switch will stay in all the time until you reopen the app and change modes in there. So be sure you want to leave it set to this advanced custom mode, because if you like to use just program change mode, you have to go back into the app, scroll through the modes and choose program change mode. Now what these two foot switches are going to let us do is switch between 5-rig mode, where you can select the rig you want to work with, and then going back to Stomp Mode, just pushing the other MIDI foot switch, then you can control that rig. This is where you might want to utilize playlists in your Headrush unit so that when you click on 5-rig mode, you're going to see 5 rigs that you want to switch between for your set. All right, here we are looking at my unit. I'm already in Stomp Mode, but here's how it works. If I press foot switch D on the MIDI, it's going to change the 5-rig mode. These are the 5 rigs that are set up right around the rig I already have in there. You're going to want to set these up the way you want. That's not up to me to decide. You might want to use a playlist. So if you want to switch to another rig, you just click that button real quick, and then you go over to your MIDI controller again, and you're back in the Stomp Mode, and you can control your rig. And once again, I have the first foot switch set up to turn off and on my distortion. You could even use foot switch B to do something else. Maybe you want to turn on a different effect in here, maybe your delay or reverb or something like that. That's why it's so useful. You have the one switch to control one specific block in every rig, and then this will let you switch between rig mode and stomp mode quickly and easily. There you go. Another genius idea from a head rusher like you. If you have a tip you think could help the rest of the Headrush community better utilize the Headrush Core Prime and Flex Prime, then leave a comment below and say, Matt, I have a great idea, and we'll get the ball rolling from there. Thanks for watching. I dig you. I'll see you in the next one.